I think only at a party political broadcast or party political conference even could we get excited about Shannon reform, but here we are. Comrades and friends, Dermot Looney, by the way, Willie Crammond's branch in Dublin South West. I want to talk to you very briefly about what this motion is not about. This motion is not about Fine Gael and their position on anything. Fine Gael have not led the debate on Shannon reform. In fact, they have followed it. Sections of the left have argued for a long, long time for the abolition of the Seanad. Indeed, Labour Youth, who I see are now in favour of keeping the Seanad, argued in 2006 for its abolition. So this is not about Fine Gael. The Labour Party and the members here today should have the self-confidence to realise that we can make our own decisions for ourselves. This motion is also not about reducing democracy. Keeping the Seanad won't empower citizens, won't empower communities, nor, by the way, necessarily will abolishing the Seanad. But Labour needs to argue for a radical recasting of democracy in Ireland. And that means people having a real say in how they live and how they work. And that will be met at the lowest levels of society and not in the upper house, in my opinion. And finally, this motion is not about the current senators of the Labour Party, and nor is it about those progressives who have served in the Seanad over many years. But if you go back, comrades and friends, to the Labour Party conference in 1980 or indeed in 1950, you will still see motions on those agendas calling for Seanad reform, and how little has happened and how little will happen now. So I believe, comrades and friends, that the Seanad should be abolished. I will conclude now, Chair. The motion that's in front of us today, comrades, is the most lukewarm of tepid motions. It argues that senators should be the cream of academia and sport. Well, if you're good at kicking a football or poking a sliotar over the bar, that doesn't necessarily make you a good parliamentary representative. And finally, it also argues that we need to end the bias towards graduates of Dublin University and the National University of Ireland. No graduate should have a say above and beyond somebody who is not a graduate in electing a representative. So I urge you, comrades and friends, call for real democracy, a radical recasting of Irish democracy that involves abolishing the Seanad, real local power devolved to local communities. Gur maith agam.